going on, everyone? Today we have to talk about Dash because I made a video talking about Dash yesterday, talking about how it was actually about to break out. And as you can see, it did exactly that. It went from $71 all the way up to $90. And now we are seeing something that looks like a pullback here in Dash that I also mentioned inside of the video. So we are going to talk about this today, guys. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. And let's get straight into it. Go ahead and become a member of the channel. But anyways, you can see here, Dash is up 24% in the last 24 hours, 94% in the last 7 days, 108% in the last 14 days, 158% in the last 30 days, and 300% in the last year. It has a total of 1 billion inside a 24-hour trading volume with 1.1 billion in market cap. But Dash is doing insane numbers right now. It just now pumped all the way up to $94. It pumped all the way up to $94. I made my video yesterday at $70 and it started to go and pump upwards here. And as you can see here, this current pattern that we are in is called a bearish expanding triangle. That's why inside of the video, and this is that right here, the bearish expanding triangle. And that's why in the video yesterday I was mentioning, yeah, we can break out here very soon, but you gotta watch out for that downside once we hit the top of that resistance up there at that Fibonacci. We might not even make it to the Fibonacci because we do have resistance at $102. If you come all the way back here, you can notice that $102 level was used as support multiple times, and it was used as resistance multiple times as well. So it's one of those levels that we kind of have to pay attention to. So that's why I'm keeping my eye on that $102 level there. There is a possibility, again, that it passes. And I know I mentioned this in the video yesterday. There is a possibility that it runs up and keeps going, right? There's always that possibility. So it would look something like this, boom, like going past that resistance. Also, you should also remember some of these patterns aren't insanely accurate. As you can see here, this is on TradingView. Traders talking about their how the rising / falling expanding wedge is one of the worst patterns of the years. This person says that they recognized 24 patterns and their accuracy was just 51%. So remember, there is a possibility that we could get up here and end up breaking to the upside, even though it's supposed to be a bearish expanding triangle. Remember, these patterns aren't always right. They're really just a framework for us to work within, right? To say, like, let's say you wanted to buy, but you don't want to buy just for it to dump. Well, you could wait for it to break past, and then it might hit here at this resistance, but then it was too late at that point. So you should have actually been bought. Around this area here, you shouldn't be thinking of buying anything. Even if it keeps running upwards, never buy when things are high and never buy when things are pumping. If it's green or if it's high, do not buy it. If it's pumping, do not buy it, right? So it might keep running and you might miss an opportunity, but you're going to dodge a bullet if it doesn't, right? If it just crashes, you're going to dodge a bullet. You never want to buy towards the top. You always want to buy at the bottom. So once this thing started to bottom out, you could have probably gotten in right around here, around $20. But yeah, you would have been sitting for a good 6 months, right? About 6 months right there, 5-6 months. And then it would have finally broken out, but you would have had it from $22 all the way up to where it's at now. That's why it's all about patience in this game. So there's a possibility, again, that we can get rejected here and pull back. If we do get rejected and pull back, we're looking at this support at $70. And that's if we get pulled back off of here. So we're looking at $70. And then if we do break that level, then we're going to be probably looking a little bit lower, maybe around 45, but I don't know if we're going to do all that. So I'm just waiting to see if there's going to be a pullback here. So that's pretty much all I'm waiting for. And there's also the possibility that it breaks out and hits this resistance at 125. So there's a bunch of possibilities here. I would just say get ready, prepare. Don't do anything new. Like, what I mean by don't do anything new, like, don't just buy just because it's pumping. Like, no, if you didn't already have it, you know, I really wouldn't be doing stuff like that. That's pretty dangerous. But anyways, it is looking a little bit overbought on the %R trading exhaustion, just a little bit. It might have a little more room to run though. And we can also see some buying flowing in here on the MACD as well. But anyways, they actually listed a full list of reasons why they're pumping. So Dash said, why is Dash's price going so well this month? Here's everything you need to know. Thread time. So they said first they released Dash Spend, and then you can see second, they drilled down hard on bill pay. And you can see third, we're overhauling our confidential payments future. And fourth, DEXs, decentralized exchanges. So fifth, finally, the big one, Evolution. Dash released a whole new blockchain last year focused on a state-of-the-art indexed database with proofs. So they're doing a bunch of stuff in the crypto market, so that's why they're pumping. You know, they're actually building and stuff like a lot of projects don't really build. But the bearish expanding triangle is a little worrying here. But still, it might be a good breakout method here. It might be. Doesn't mean that it will be. Remember, a lot of people have been saying that they've been having issues with the bearish expanding triangle. Like a lot of people. And remember, Bitcoin, the overall census of Bitcoin and the overall pattern that we're in is actually a bearish expanding triangle. That's actually what we're in on Bitcoin. If you look at it from May 2025 to now, we're in a bearish expanding triangle, and it just so happens that at the end, around February of next year, which is exactly where I said that I think the market would end up dumping by the end of February next year. So here, getting up to 157K, probably breaking it a little bit, and then just dumping about, I don't know how much further down it would dump, maybe 75K, I don't know. But still, this is a theory here with Bitcoin as well. So my theory is this: if Bitcoin, I'm not Bitcoin, but if Dash does well inside of this bearish expanding triangle, and what I mean by does well, if it dumps, so that's doing well in my opinion. If it dumps, because this is a pattern here, I want the pattern to do well because, you know, I like to trade off patterns. So anyways, if it does get rejected and pulls back, that gives me more confidence that Bitcoin is still super bullish until February 2026, until the end of February of 2026. So that's my theory here, and I'm hoping something like this happens to where Bitcoin just dominates for all of November, or the rest of November, the rest of December, in January, and then February, and then dumps after that. So that's kind of what I'm looking for out of Bitcoin. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you guys are thinking about Dash. I think it's a good project in my personal opinion, but it doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is the charts at this point. So yeah, anyways, hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. And go ahead and become a member of the channel. It's only $9.99 per month, guys. You'll really be helping support the channel, and I'll go over any project that you want me to go over, as long as it's not some type of scam coin. But anyways, shout out to the members out there, and as always, I'll be back with another video.